Hi friends, today I'm going to show you how to make my delicious Fiesta corn salad. It's refreshing and easy and perfect for a summer dinner. There is nothing better than fresh corn on the cob. I love summer for that reason. And the corn really is the star of the show in this recipe. So I like to blanch my corn, and then once I've blanched it, I let it cool down, and then I actually cut it off the cob. If you are in a hurry, sometimes I'm in a hurry and I don't always let it cool all the way down. I'll just shred it off the cob, put it on a cookie sheet, and throw it in the freezer just to cool it down really quick before I go to the next step. So you just want to, use a nice sharp knife and pull the kernels of the corn off. This is a great dish for family, so you can, make as much as you want depending on how many heads of lettuce you have and how much corn you have on hand. But tonight I'm using romaine, and I'm just going to go ahead and chop up a head of romaine lettuce. You could also use red leaf lettuce or green leaf or a mixture of the two. That's always delicious as well. So I'm going to get that chopped up. We're going to do all of our prep work, and then we'll start to layer our salad. So get all of your romaine in a bowl, and then we'll move on to prepping our cilantro. So I've got some cilantro here, and I've taken all the stems off, and I'm gonna go ahead and just rough chop that up. And this adds such a delicious component to this salad. It makes it taste so fresh. So just get that rough chopped up. And then we'll move on to our avocado. Delicious, delicious avocados. The easiest way to pit an avocado is to slice it lengthwise around the pit, and then pop it open. Take your knife and give it a good whack. Sometimes it takes a couple whacks, but you want to get it right in the middle and then pop that pit out. Repeat the process. I am using 2 avocados for this recipe tonight. Once you've got all of your avocados pitted, you just take your knife and run them right in the skin and slice them up. So I'm going to slice them lengthwise, and then right before I put my salad together, I'll go back through and slice them the other way. You could put a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice if you're worried about them turning brown while you're preparing the rest of the salad. You could definitely do that. Next, I'm going to prepare my vinaigrette that's going to go onto our salad. So I've got a lime here, and I'm using vegetable oil for my emulsifier. So just add that into your bowl, and then to that, I'm going to go ahead and add some honey for a little bit of sweetness. You could use sugar if you want. I just prefer to use honey. I think it gives it a really nice subtle sweetness. You want to make sure you get all that goodness in there too. So next you want to add some lime zest, and then just give your zester a good whack to get all of that zesty goodness in there. Next, we just want to add our lime juice. These particular limes don't have a lot of seeds, which is great, so I'm just opting to use my little hand squeezer rather than one that strains. So you want to use the entire lime, and I have the entire zest of the lime in there as well. The full recipe is available here on the project page, so be sure to check that out and download it. I've also added some champagne vinegar to this. You could also use a white wine vinegar. You could also make this recipe using our orange champagne vinaigrette recipe instead, but replace the orange champagne vinegar with regular champagne vinegar, and that will be a super emulsified dressing if you're looking for something like that. But this dressing is super light and not heavy at all. It just graces everything that's in the bowl and just adds such a freshness to it. So I've added some pepper and some salt, and I'm just going to give this a good whisk. I'll set it aside, and next we are going to grill our corn. So I've got some butter and some oil here in the pan, and I've gotten my corn that I have removed from the cob. I'm I'm just going to add that to my saute pan, and I just want to cook it until it gets some nice brown color to it. Then I will cool it down and begin assembling my salad. Now you could also opt to skip this step and just use the blanched corn. And, that would reduce some of the calories. But you can see it's getting some nice color now. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer this and let it cool down and start assembling my salad. Now that my corn has cooled down, I've gone ahead and added that to my romaine lettuce. And I'm just cutting up some grape tomatoes. You can put as many of these in as you'd like. My 2 kids don't really care for tomatoes, so I don't put a ton in there because it makes it a little easier for them to navigate around them. But if you are a tomato lover, feel free to add as many in as you want. Just, pick some that are the perfect ripeness and not too squishy. Next, we're going to get into that avocado. And when I say get into it, if you're not making a mess, you're not having fun. So I just use my fingers to pull the avocado away from the skin. You could use a fancy avocado remover. I'm making this for me and my kids, so I'm not super worried about using my hands. Obviously, if I was entertaining, I wouldn't do it this way. So just get into that goodness, get all of that avocado deliciousness out of that shell/skin and add that right to the top of your salad. From here, I'm going to add some fresh chopped cilantro that we prepped earlier, and that's going to be the delicious topper. Then I'm going to add in my delicious light dressing, and the final touch will be I'm going to add some cotija cheese, which is a Mexican cheese. You definitely want to season. I'm using salt and pepper, some Himalayan sea salt, some pink Himalayan sea salt, and then I'm going to toss it all together. And then right before I serve it is when I'm going to add my cotija cheese. Cotija cheese is a Mexican cheese. It's made from cow's milk, and it doesn't melt, but it's salty and briny, and it adds deliciousness. All right, that's a wrap on our salad. It's time to eat. I hope that you enjoy this salad as much as I do, and until next time, make it sweet or savory, but always delicious.